Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1205 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is having awareness. Having awareness is that first step forward. And what do I mean by that? Awareness. What kind of an awareness am I talking about? Awareness about yourself. Having a level of self awareness is the first step forward. It's like sometimes we live in a bubble where we're not even self aware of what's going on. What is our pattern? What is affecting our results? What about our behavior? Is there some underlying reason for why we do what we do? However, when you come to that level of awareness, then you can do something about it. Hence, I say having awareness is that first step forward. How can you come to a place of awareness? I will give you three ways in which you can come to that space of awareness. Tag a friend quickly who should receive this message. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the other side of the show reel. Welcome back to the conversation on day 1205 of Connecting the Thoughts. Code for today is having awareness is that first step forward. And what do I mean by that? You need to come to a place of awareness when you are beginning to see patterns in your life, when you're beginning to see that your results are behaving in a particular way, they're telling you a story, then you need to be aware about what is really going on. And these patterns could be within your relationships, this could be with your health, this could be with your finances, could be with your relationships, it could be with your relationship with yourself, your level of self-esteem, and even with your academics. If you begin to see that, like you tend to get in a state of panic when it comes to certain subjects, or it could be that you work last minute, you put in your all, you work last minute, and then when you get your results you feel, I could have done better had I worked through the year. Or you could be that kind of a person who's invested in supporting others but then forgets that you need to work hard on yourself too. So there could be this pattern that you follow in your journey, and again, through across all areas of your life: education, health, finances, relationships with yourself. So is what is important is to have that level of awareness. If you can have awareness about it, now how can you come to a place of awareness? Because if I am in this frame, I can have an, I mean, I'm invested in speaking to you, but maybe I'm not looking around. Maybe I'm not checking out on what I myself am doing. So I might miss out on what those patterns are telling me. But a great way to get to a space of awareness would be to seek feedback. Yeah, so you could seek feedback with the people that you're working with, your mentors, your teachers, your coaches, your parents, your siblings, maybe the people you work with. You could seek your feedback from them. And before that, you could even observe your patterns. You could observe the patterns that you have. Maybe that, when it's late in the evening, you tend to get a little sluggish. Maybe you're looking out, reaching out for a quick snack. Maybe that snack isn't so healthy, it's sugary, and it causes your energy levels to spike up instantly. And then once they're spiked up, obviously they're going to also crash down, and that causes that lull in your energy, and then your whole day goes on a downward spiral. There could be so many things that could be playing in the background. Think about it, look at the patterns that are going on in your world, and come to a space of realization, come to a space of ownership, and say, yes, this is true, this is how I have been leading my life day to day, and maybe it's time to change it. So come to that space of awareness. Last but not least, first I said was to seek feedback. Second, I said, was to observe the pattern. And the last is to see your results. So keep tabs on your results. Look out for the kind of results that you have been having when you are working, when you are invested in a relationship, when you are invested in a study program, when you are invested with your money and your finances. What kind of results have you been getting lately? Are those results kind of satisfactory, or are they kind of giving you a hint that you could do better, or you didn't completely utilize what resources you had? Think about this. Your results determine what you have been doing. Obviously, it is the action. You get your results from the kind of action, and the actions are a result of your patterns. Now think about this. What if you could realize from the patterns, and because you are in that process, maybe you are unable to pinpoint for yourself. That is why you ask an external person for feedback. And putting all of this together, the information you get then becomes that level of awareness that you have about what you're doing, and possibly what could be changed or tweaked slightly so that you have a different result. Now, where most people go wrong is, yes, they do have a level of awareness, but then they do nothing about it. That's why I said it's just the first step. It's the first step moving forward. However, to take that next step of action, you get the feedback, you observe your patterns, you get your results, and you look at your results, and then what? And then you make the shift, and then you make the shift towards doing things differently, because it's only when you do things differently are you going to have a different result, a different level of feedback, and a different pattern that you will be following. So stop following the same pattern over and over again and say, but I always have the same results. You obviously have the same results because you are following the same pattern. You are doing the same thing over and over again. Once you have that awareness come to you, then you shift, you change. Even if it's a small change, you shift, you respect the awareness that you have received, and then you start doing things differently so that you have different results, and accordingly the feedback and the patterns will change. So this is how I see it, and I would love to hear from you. Have you ever come to a space of awareness about yourself? Something that you've been doing, and then you've decided to make a shift. And because of that tiny little shift in that moment of awareness and the action that you took, therefrom, you got different results and things started changing for you. Well, one such program that allows you to have those shifts is my Reset for Success Mastermind program, 33-day program, wherein you can work with me, and we work daily on habits of success, on building habits of success. And at the end of the program, we have three solid modules on topics related to Reset for Success. And I'd love to onboard you. That's the link, that's the registration link that I've shared. And feel free to tag a friend who would appreciate being there. I've got some discounts off on there on the registration form. Do fill it in, and I look forward to having you on the mastermind, the upcoming cohort of the mastermind. Until tomorrow. Okay, one sec. Before I go, if this conversation was of value to you, please write in comments saying I am mindful, because it takes a level of awareness, it takes a level of mindfulness to come to a space of awareness. You need to be mindful, you need to be observant, you need to be okay to take ownership of the good and the bad that you've been doing. So don't push away the bad and say, no, this is not me. Stop being in denial. If your results are showing you something, that means there is something that needs to be worked on. So take ownership, come to a place of awareness, and then take that next step forward. Until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. Thanks.